What is up, everybody? Killing Spree 37 here. Today, we are going to be making a Tiermaker list with some of the greatest Halloween movies. The first one, we have Coraline Jones. It's a cartoon movie. It's more for children. It's something you put on to kind of ease into the scary stuff. Or on the decline, guys, when you're about to go to bed. So, you know, if you have kids, they don't get scared. So we're going to put Coraline on actually C tier. I know what you did last summer. I don't feel like this is a Halloween movie. It's a slasher film, who did it type of movie. It's not something that I consider super scary with jump scares. Very interesting story, you know. If you want to see Jack Black have the a culture appropriation dreads, there's your movie, but I think this is more of a D tier type of movie, okay? House on Haunted Hill, how could you go wrong with that, okay? House on Haunted Hill, if you guys don't remember, it has, I think, Taye Diggs, it has a couple people in there where they go on some type of like old house that was built on top of a like hospital, mental hospital, and they're trying to escape, and whoever escapes get like these multi-million-dollar checks, and it's a very interesting movie, but I've only seen it recently within maybe like 10 years of watching it, so I'm actually gonna put this as C tier as well. The Exorcist, it's a classic. It's religious, spiritual, possession types of stuff. It's not that much of a replay value for Halloween for me, but it definitely is scary, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and put this as C tier as well. Halloween, guys, we're talking about Halloween movies. You have Michael Myers. You know, he has a movie coming up on October 15th, which could be the last Halloween movie, so it's literally been consistent with constant releases. Very interesting. Each one gets more terrifying, more jump scares, more slasher, more kills, okay? This one, we're going all the way to the top, baby. S tier. Can't put it nowhere else, okay? It's a disrespect to put it anywhere else. 13 Ghosts. I like 13 Ghosts. I recently watched it. It's something that I keep in the back of my mind, but I'm also going to have to put this in C tier as well. You have Monster House. Monster House is another animated movie. It's more of a kid's movie. I remember watching this, I believe, on Disney, but this isn't like Coraline Jones. It's really good standalone movie to watch on Halloween. It's based off Halloween, and it has really creepy aspects, so I'm gonna have to put this at a B tier as well. You have The Shining, Jack Nicholson, here's Johnny. You have that classic line from that movie, but I haven't watched it recently, so I can't really say that it's C tier, so I'm gonna actually have to put this at D tier. I know it's not the best place to put it, but it's actually something that I believe it's like I said, that's why we got rid of the E's and the F tiers, because some of these movies, yeah, they're classics, but they're not like as high as people make them out to be. I had the privilege of watching this movie as a child, okay? Till this day, I think that this is real, and that's why I have it so high. So ladies and gentlemen, A tier goes to Blair Witch. This movie is a sneaky classic. If you guys haven't watched it, it's Trick or Treat. I actually had a bootleg version of this movie. I had no idea what it was, no idea that it came out. I put it in, it was around Halloween time, and I absolutely loved it. It's like 4 or 5 micro stories into a one bigger story. A Halloween classic for sure. We're gonna be putting this A tier, Trick or Treat. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, okay? Coming back from a road trip, this movie is on my mind heavy, okay? And I only have part 1 and I have part 2. I heard there's a part 3 or part 4. I'm not really interested in watching those, but I am maybe this Halloween. But overall, for sure, the Jeepers Creepers series has been crazy. It's scary. It's nice. It's something that I like to watch every year for Halloween. So we're going to be putting this at A tier. It's not S tier because the story could be better. And, you know, like little aspects could be a lot better. But let me tell you something. We drive by houses, you know, like cars coming behind us on a road trip. It scares the shit out of me. So S tier, or A tier, sorry. This is a newer movie. I have Hollow Man in here as well, but when I started comparing Hollow Man to The Invisible Man, I do feel like The Invisible Man is a lot better than Hollow Man. I'm gonna have to put this at A tier as well. Surprise, Sydney. Scream, every single Scream, except for maybe the 4th one. Scream is the best Halloween movie in my opinion. If there was something above S tier, this would be the movie, okay? The overall aspect of it, is really creepy. Being alone in your house, receiving a phone call, being killed in your own house. That is really scary, guys. So I'm gonna have to put this at S tier. One of my favorite movies, guys. Scream, Scream 1, Scream 2, Scream 3. Scream 4 is hit or miss for me, but considering the fact that we may get Scream 5 somewhere soon, it's definitely a staple for Halloween movies. The Amityville Horror, guys, I kind of watched this, and I watched the original one, and I watched the remake with Ryan Reynolds. It's really interesting. I do like it. I just don't think that it's that high for Halloween. A guy that kills his family. There's no real cool aspect about it. He slowly goes crazy. I want stuff that's like already established, ready to die, ready to kill people. So we're gonna have to put Amityville Horror at D. Stephen King's It is definitely a great movie. Not just the original one, but the remake as well. They're both really good cogs in this Halloween scary movie type of thing. I'm going to have to put the It in 8 tier. It's that good. It's creepy. The original one didn't age so well, but the newer one is definitely working and is definitely a classic to me. Now I know what you're thinking, guys. Okay, this list is a little weird. Okay, it's about to get weirder. Okay, a lot of people have this high on their Halloween list. I'm not one of those people. Okay, I don't even believe this is a Halloween movie. But considering the fact that a lot of people think it is, I had to add it to the list. Harry Potter, I'm gonna have to put on D tier. Hellfest is a new movie. I recently watched it. It's really good. It had that overall aspect of slasher kills and then just creepiness because of the ending. So I'm gonna have to put Hellfest in I'm gonna have to put it in C tier. I was gonna put it in B tier. It felt a little high. Overall, Jigsaw movies are creepy, being taken from your home, put into these life or death situations. And not only that, but just the overall series just having some blood, guts, and gore. It's definitely high. So Saw, I'm putting in B tier. The Conjuring series, it's interesting. I like the Conjuring series, so I'm going to be putting this at C tier. The Haunting, guys. This was one of the movies that were really creepy. It has the house coming alive, piano cutting people, statues moving and drowning the guy from Taken. It's really good. I like it. It's an older movie, but I'm gonna have to put this at C tier. Nightmare on Elm Street, guys. This is the movie that I watched that I think they might have gotten me into horror movies, just because it's the overall aspect is creepy. You go to sleep, you die because something in your dream is killing you when things are not supposed to be real, but it is real and it's hurting you, it's scaring you, keeping you up at night. Very good movie. I'm gonna have to put this at B tier. It could have been A tier if it was more serious, but a lot, as the series grew longer, the more goofier it got, and it just stopped. It lost its like initial scary presence, and then it just became super goofy. But B tier for sure. Friday the 13th has been an official classic of Halloween. I like it, guys. It has a lot of series. It has a lot of remakes. It has a lot of interesting things. It's not S tier for me, but it's definitely not B tier, so we're gonna go ahead and put it at A tier. We have Casper the Friendly Ghost, the movie, the live action one. The first one is an original classic. So, it's like I said, it's one of those movies you put on the decline. I'm gonna have to put it at C tier. C tier for sure. Carrie, I'm not gonna lie, I watched it the first time. I really didn't like it, and then as I grew older, I understood what the movie was about, and I started to like it. Not just the original one, but the remake as well. It's a very good movie. I'm gonna have to put this at C tier though. Ghostbusters, again, it's one of those movies you put on to get into Halloween, so we're gonna have to put this on D tier, actually. I was gonna put it on C tier, but it seems a little bit too generous. But it's definitely a movie you want to watch during Halloween. The Haunted Mansion, guys. If you weren't around during the Disney age where they premiered movies like this, okay, not on Disney Plus, you didn't have to pay $30 to watch it. You just had to simply be up at like the 7, 9 o'clock range where they played a 2-hour movie. This is one of those movies, a certified classic. I stayed up for this. I watched this movie on Halloween, coming back from trick-or-treating. A classic movie with Eddie Murphy. We're gonna put this on B. The Sixth Sense, it's with Bruce Willis and the little kid. I don't consider this a Halloween movie. It's very scary and has those aspects, but it's more crime-solvy than it is super spooky with jump scares. I feel comfortable putting this at a C. Get Out, it's one of the scarier movies. It's new. It's not considered, like a Halloween themed type of movie, but it is kind of scary just overall of like white people, kidnapping black people and just taking their bodies, you know, that's really creepy in the second place. So I'm gonna have to put this at C. Paranormal Activity, it goes with Blair Witch, guys. It wasn't as scary as Blair Witch to me, but it was definitely pretty scary. Scooby-Doo is a great Halloween movie, guys. You have the original cast, okay, that were really good. They had another second part too that was really good too. Again, this is a movie you put on just to get into the Halloween stuff. We're gonna put that at D tier. Halloween Town, a certified classic on Disney. Okay, another movie you had to stay up and watch. You know, when they released movies back then, automatic B tier, classic, love it. I would watch it. I would buy it on Blu-ray just because it's such a classic movie. Part 1 and 2. I don't believe part 3 has the original characters, but definitely part 1 and part 2, where they have the brother and sisters. That was a great movie. The endless bag of treats and her reaching in there, she was getting stuff from Halloween Town from her purse. It's hard to like replicate that in any other movie. It was really cool. Truth or Dare is not a Halloween movie. This is a Blumhouse movie. I like it. It's very scary. It's very interesting, very creepy. And when you get down to the overall like plot of the story, it's hard to not be creeped out by it, and it has a very good ending, guys. I'm gonna have to put this at B tier. Pet Sematary was another scary movie. It used to be on during Halloween. I actually watched the original and then I watched the remake as well. Both of them are slaps. The second one kind of had a, you know, it kind of had like a little weird vibe to it, but still a classic, guys. I'm gonna have to put Pet Sematary at B. I think the worst fear that I have is because of this movie, okay? Which is the Achilles, where he cuts the back of the foot and it just like pops the Achilles heel. No, that's scary. That's terrifying. Shit like that sticks with you for life, and I just cannot be around that type of stuff. The Chainsaw Massacre, I was introduced to the new remake one, and then I watched back to the older ones. The older ones weren't as creepy as the new one was. He's pulling out the teeth, he's cutting people's face off. Real creepy. And then they had the footage where they were going down the stairs and shit. That was scary, guys. Again, this is B tier. If we're talking about possessions, we're talking about people getting killed, this movie is 1000% S tier. Child's Play, Chucky overall. It's one, like I said, it's those movies that they get repetitive and stuff, but the original Child's Play 1, Child's Play 2 were just incredible movies overall. Really creepy. The doll is iconic, the knife, the jumpsuit, everything about that movie is really good, even from the story. So it's gonna be S tier for me. Matilda, this is a witch, you know, it goes with Harry Potter. I don't feel like it's a Halloween movie, but it had Halloween aspects to it. We're gonna put this at D tier. Final Destination is scary, guys. The whole series is scary. Just dying randomly, avoiding death just to get, you know, get fucked up at the end of the day, you know, maliciously, okay? It's really creative. I like these types of movies, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put this at B tier. Again, you have Hollow Man. I compared it to The Invisible Man earlier. I don't feel like it's the best, but it's definitely a Halloween movie, but we're gonna be putting it at D tier. Paranorman is above Casper, I believe, and it's above Coraline too. We're gonna go ahead and put Paranorman up here. B tier. It's right up there with Monster House. Really good. Candyman. Candyman is a decent movie. I like Candyman. I don't like the new Candyman. It was a little weird, but this original Candyman, it wasn't as scary, but the story was definitely great too. We'll keep it at D tier for now. This is technically a Halloween movie. It's a mesh. It's a parody of all the other movies that are on this list. I feel like this is a certified classic. I feel that it's something that you watch. You have to watch it because it sums up everything. It's like one of those movies you watch, like I said, on the decline, but it's funny, it's interesting. I'm gonna have to put Scary Movie, the franchise, including the first one, S tier. It's just one of the best like things you could watch on Halloween. It's so goofy, it's funny. It makes fun of all these other scary movies that people are scared of. Really great. They did a fantastic job with Scary Movie 1 and 2. And the last one we have on the list, guys, The Ring. Crazy. You watch a tape, you die in 7 days. Really creepy. Water that comes out the TV, the ending, the face of the chick when they have her in the closet. Very creepy. I remember going to watch this in theaters and not being able to sleep, guys. It's definitely up there high, but it's not S tier to me. I don't feel like it's B tier. I feel like maybe it's A tier. I feel like A tier might be like the perfect mesh of where it would go. Very interesting movie. I liked it. It was scary. It's something that I watch almost every other Halloween because it's usually on Netflix and stuff. We can't get the good stuff on Netflix, so we have to, you know, find the other creepy stuff. But it's definitely a good movie. And there you have it, guys. There may be some movies missing. I found a few that I know for sure that I watched on Halloween, and I decided to rank them. But these are definitely a good list you want to watch for Halloween, starting from S tier all the way down to D tier. If you have any other recommendations I should watch for Halloween, guys, let me know in the comment section. I'll be sure to check them out this Halloween. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out!
The champion of the world, Killing Spree 37!